And today's video is about when Bakugo gets jealous because someone stares at you too long. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. The day had started off pretty normal, or at least as normal as any day could be. When you were dating Bakugo Katsuki, it was a crisp autumn afternoon, the leaves crunching under your boots. As you strolled hand in hand through a bustling shopping district, the city was alive with people enjoying the seasonal shift, and the two of you had decided to spend the day together, free from training and hero duties. At first, Bakugo had been his usual self, grumbling about how crowded it was, muttering under his breath about people walking too slowly, and occasionally squeezing your hand tighter whenever someone as so much brushed past you. It was a possessive habit of his, although he never openly admitted it. Everything had been going fine until you felt it. That lingering gaze. He didn't even notice it at first, too engrossed in a cute display of autumn-themed scarves. But Bakugo did. Of course he did. He always did. His entire demeanor shifted in an instant. His grip on your hand tightened, and you barely had time to glance up at him before he was turning his head. His crimson eyes locked onto someone in the crowd, with a glare so sharp it could have sliced through steel. You followed his gaze, confused, until you spotted the culprit, a random guy standing a few feet away, eyes strained on you, his stare lingering far longer than it should have. Oi. Bakugo's voice came low and dangerous, his hand slipping away from yours so he could flex his fingers, like he was barely restraining himself from using his quirk right then and there. The hell are you looking at? The guy blinked, seemingly realizing he'd been caught, and he looked away quickly, but that wasn't enough from Bakugo. Not even close. Bastard thinks he can just stare at you like that. His voice was a low growl, his irritation practically radiating off of him in waves. His glare was still locked onto the guy, who was now pretending to be very interested in a nearby shop window. You sighed, reaching for Bakugo's hand again to ground him. Katsu, it's not a big deal. Let's just go. Not a big deal. His voice pitched up in disbelief as he whipped his head towards you, his eyes burning with something raw and possessive. Some extra was undressing you with his damn R's. And you think it's not a big deal? You felt warmth creep up your neck at his words. He wasn't. The hell he wasn't. Bakugo scoffed, his grip tightening around your fingers. Dumbass was practically drooling. You sighed again, knowing there was no calming him down now. Katsuki didn't let things go easily, especially not when it involved you. Deciding to redirect his energy before he did something explosive, you tilted your head at him with a teasing smirk. Are you jealous, Katsuki? His reaction was instant. His ears turned red, and he clicked his tongue in irritation. Shut up. You laughed, squeezing his hand. You totally are. I said shut up. He muttered, shoving his free hand in his pocket, but he didn't let go of you. You know I only have eyes for you, right? You softened your voice, knowing that, for all his aggression and confidence, Bakugo still had his own insecurities. He would never say it out loud, but you could read him like a book for now. His grip on your hand tightened again. Damn right you do. You smiled. Then don't waste your energy on some random guy who doesn't even matter. He let out a deep sigh, his shoulders losing a bit of their tension. Still pisses me off. I know, you said, rubbing your thumb against his knuckles soothingly. But you're the only one who gets to take me home at the end of the day. His eyes flickered with something intense at that, and for a moment thought he might kiss you right there in the middle of the street. Instead, he just coughed, looking away with an annoyed expression. Damn right I am. You laughed, leaning into his side as the two of you continued walking. Bakugo didn't let go of your hand for the rest of the day. If anything, he held on tighter, just to make sure everyone knew exactly who you belonged to. As the two of you walked down the street, the tension in Baku's shoulders slowly eased. He still had that signature scowl on his face, but his grip on your hand was warm and grounding. He knew he wasn't going to let this go anytime soon. He was probably still mentally cursing out the guy from earlier, but at least he wasn't ready to blow up a store anymore. Eventually, you both stopped at a small cafe, the smell of roasted coffee and cinnamon filling the air. The autumn breeze carried the faint laughter of people inside, and you tugged Bakugo toward the entrance. "Let's get something sweet," you suggested, knowing that his mood could always be lifted by food, especially anything caramel flavored. "Whatever," he muttered, letting you lead him inside. But as you approached the counter, you felt him lean down slightly, his breath warm against your ear. "Next time someone stares at you like that," he muttered, his voice low and possessive, "I'm just kissing you right in front of them. Let them know exactly who you belong to." Your face heated instantly, and before you could even react, he had already moved past you, casually looking at the menu like he hadn't just sent your heart into overdrive. You huffed, crossing your arms as you stood beside him. "You're ridiculous," he smirked, barely glancing at you. "Yeah, and you love it." You rolled your eyes, but the smile on your lips gave you away. Yeah. Now hurry up and order before I pick something without caramel." Bakugo shot you an offended look. "Don't you dare." You giggled, squeezing his hand one last time, before turning to the cashier. And even though he wouldn't admit it out loud, Bakugo was feeling a lot better, because at the end of the day, no matter who looked at you, you were his. After grabbing your drinks, the two of you found a small table by the window, the golden autumn, sunlight casting a warm glow over your faces. You took a sip of your drink, letting out a satisfied hum, while Bakugo stirred his caramel latte with a small contemplative scowl. You could tell he was still thinking about earlier. His fingers drummed against the table absent-mindedly, and his jaw was tense, so he decided to do something about it. Leaning forward, he reached out and poked his cheek. "The hell was that for?" he grumbled. "You're still thinking about that guy, aren't you?" You teased him. "Like I care about some damn extra." You grinned, and without warning, you leaned in and pressed a soft kiss to his cheek. "What the hell?" "If you're going to get all possessive, then I should get to the same, right?" Shitty nerd. And despite his grumbling, his hand still found yours under the table, his thumb rubbing circles against your skin. Yes, he was still pissed about earlier, but right now he was exactly where he wanted to be, sitting across from you, his hand in yours, knowing damn well that no one else stood a chance. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!